Hey everybody, you tired of walking? Well, why don't you try running a little bit? It's now time for Manic Monday Mayhem. So stick around, have some sound, and don't be a clown because Manic Monday Mayhem is coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Manic Monday Mayhem. I'm your host with the most that likes putting sauerkraut on my toast, Hero77 here, along with Amazon Lion and good old Sandy Diva. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hello. You like what and what on your sauerkraut or your toast?
Sauerkraut.
Oh, I thought you said something else in sauerkraut.
Oh my gosh, hell no.
Kielbasa, potatoes, and sauerkraut on your
That's not good
toast.
though. Kabasa.
Yeah.
You're going to make him hungry and he's going to make the show shorter.
Hey, I'm sorry, but you don't talk about food on here. That's part of the show. We talk about food.
Yeah. Usually comes in with food, toast especially.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
And this, hold on, I gotta turn off my fan. I can't hear myself.
It might be bad, but I can't turn it off.
There we go. That's better. So this is kind of an off the wall question, but what the hell? What the hell happened to Bill Cosby? I mean,
He got released from prison.
well, no, I don't mean that part. I mean, I know what happened, but I mean, like, what happened? Like, what happened to him? It's like I was just thinking this, like, you mean to tell me there was not one single person all these years? Now, I understand the women not coming forward when you're a victim of such a thing. It's hard to even talk about it, let alone, come forward. I understand all that. But he didn't have not one coworker, not one fellow actor, not anybody that said, yeah, Bill Cosby was a little bit weird. Or there was something off about Bill. And it's like just I don't know. It's just weird to me after all those years. We're talking about back since what, the 60s? He
Yes.
started his career, huh?
Yes. I see what you're getting at. You're saying that we shifted to a reality where, well, we may have started. Are you trying to say that we may have started in a reality where he didn't do those things, where he was good, and
Yeah.
we shifted to a reality where he was bad?
Yeah.
It's possible.
I mean, not even so much that, but it's like I just find it odd that nobody all those years said a damn word about him. Like,
And then the stories that came out were so detailed. Like, I want you guys to all think of, like, I wasn't alive in the 60s, but could you tell a 15, 20 minute super detailed story about something that happened in 1984? I
no.
don't know. Like, I mean, it's like, I get it. When something bad happens to you, you remember it more clearly. I'm not saying these people are lying whatsoever.
No. And a lot of times those are suppressed.
Correct. Yes. But there's so many stories that are so detailed, and I don't know. I just think I see so much lately. I've seen so much evil, and it's actual evil. It's not just bad things that are happening, like actual evil in this world that I did not see wherever we came from.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is a darker place. That let's put it
I
that
know
way.
what you're saying. Like there was maybe one, or even maybe I would even go with two. But I mean, here lately, it's like bam, 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 right in a row. Like something comes out almost every day about someone. And it's like, wow, yeah, you're right. It wasn't such an evil world.
Hmm. I don't know. I am working on a presentation that's going to delve in not into Bill Cosby, but into Jesus, evil, current events, everything. I'm working on that. That was the huge presentation that I was trying to get done and could not 'cause it's just so big. Um, and I have a theory attached to it, and yeah. So, I mean, even like from people around me, like I noticed that people are more short tempered. People in general are now that could be the state of our country at the moment, but I don't know. It just seems like people are in general. Like, oh wait.
Yeah,
So, did you ever see the Santa Claus? I think it was Santa Claus, the second one. I think it was.
yeah.
Is that the one where they're in an airport? No, is it? I'm thinking of a Christmas movie where they had to make people believe. It might have been Elf. I don't know. But the thing is, they said that like you know, um, it's some sort of Christmas movie. It was either Elf or the Santa Claus. I don't think it was the Santa Claus now. Um, they're in an airport, and I think he meets his younger self. I don't remember what the movie was, but the point was they said there was no Christmas spirit. Well, it feels like there's no happiness in the world anymore. It feels like happiness is very, 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 very low all
I
around us.
remember an episode. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I remember an episode of Full House that where they were stuck in an airport and they didn't they weren't able to get home for Christmas or whatever. They had Christmas at the airport.
Yeah, it's not that. This is definitely Santa Claus was there,
Hmm.
and uh, uh, the kid as a all right. So an adult met themselves as a kid in the airport,
Hmm.
and I can't remember what the heck it was. But regardless, it doesn't matter.
Right.
What matters
That's
is
not the point. I
the
got it.
point. Yeah, the point is they 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 needed to raise the Christmas spirit, and I don't know. It feels like we need to raise the happiness. Like there's so much darkness here. Like everyone, even when they're happy, it's like there's a cloud over everything.
Hmm.
That's the only way I could describe it. And it's not me. I'm not depressed or anything. So I know people who suffer from depression often describe it as like everything's like there's a cloud over everything. But it seemed for me, it's like not first person. Like everything around me is a cloud on it. I'm fine, but everything around me has a cloud over it.
I
I
see
don't.
what you.
I can't. That's the best way I could describe it.
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
Mhm.
It's like, um, it's kind of like, it's like everyone seems fine on the outside type of thing.
Even on the outside, sometimes
You
they don't
know,
seem fine. Like, I don't know if I told you guys this. And I know I probably didn't talk about this on air. Like, I'm in for Philadelphia, I'm in a pretty decent area. It's generally safe. I mean, we compared to like places that are not in a city. Of course, it's safer outside of a city. Okay, of course it is. But for a city, we may have like an occasional like car break in, but I mean, like you don't hear about like people breaking in homes here. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear like any violence around here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a generally nice area.
oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, not cool though because last week
Oh
my
no.
neighbor's dog was killed, and a woman 3 blocks away, um, she was 72 years old. I think she's okay, but as 72-year-old women tend to do, especially in Philly, they can be nosy at times. Um, what's all this commotion? Goes to her door and gets, I don't know what word I can say, but basically 2 cars drove up our street aiming at one another. I'm going to say aiming at one another, but instead the aim
Mm.
hit my neighbor's dog in the head.
Oh my gosh.
And hit the woman in the stomach.
Damn.
And like I said, this went on for blocks because they were driving while aiming at each other. So things were just metal objects were randomly flying. So that's where
I
I'm
can
going to put.
imagine.
Nothing like that has ever happened here. My neighbors were in shock. They're like, I've lived here 50 years. This has
Mm-hmm.
never happened in this neighborhood. Da, 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 da. Um, so, and the crazy part is, like, I have like police tape attached to my railing, my steps outside, and it was just crazy. Like I don't know. It just seems like things are building up. Like there's like a bubble of anger and hate and negative everywhere. It's not just here. I think it's everywhere.
It's like mood slime.
Like what?
And I said it's like the mood slime from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah. Yes. Except you can't see the slime, right? Exactly.
Right.
So I don't know. Like it's just I don't know. I know a lot of people think like they really believe that what happened in Butler, PA was fake.
Oh, I hate that.
I, well, I mean, now we even have footage from the person who was critically injured on
Yeah.
their phone, and it shows that people are lying. I'm just going to say that people are lying because um, where he was sitting on the bleachers, he could see him run across the roof, clear as day, crouch down, position himself. Like you can see everything from the bleachers, so you could definitely see everything, like head to toe from the rooftops. So somebody's lying.
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is, um, I believe that day we had a massive shift. I believe because I do not believe it was fake. I don't. I can't. Not with what I've seen. I've seen too much to believe it was a psyop. It was actually this is something that actually happened in my reality at least, and I think that caused a rift, one where the Simpsons narrative came true, and one that we're in where it did not.
Yeah.
I really do believe there was a massive shift because of that. And we went to a darker place, even though it's a more hopeful place. But I just, things have gotten, things are getting worse. I can't describe it. Things are getting worse.
Here's what I think.
Hmm.
I think that somehow that's all part of God's plan. Like
Same.
he not that not for him to become president of the United States. God could care. He's that's not. I mean that it is a big deal, but it's not the biggest picture. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
I think it's somehow because we can influence other countries. We do have that influence. And if Trump is president, then we can influence other countries into peace. And I think, it does say in the Bible that we'll have like 4 years of peace. And then will come the time of the war, the big war, Israel, whatnot. But I really think that bullet, like they say, if he would have turned his head a certain way, he would have been dead. So I really do think that was a divine intervention.
I
But that's
agree.
just, it's just me though.
No, it's a lot of people. A lot of people believe that. It's not. A lot of people believe that. I think he believes that. Didn't he say that?
I'm sorry, what?
I said I think he believes that. Didn't he say that in his
Yeah,
speech?
he
Yeah.
did. That's another thing I want to talk about is some of the things that he's been saying here lately and not meaning to because he said, okay, I might as well just go ahead and come out and say it.
Hmm.
It's something that I'm scratching my head about, but at the same time, it's another one of those things that the media took and twisted it as when he was like telling Christians, you need to get out and vote. And I promise you get out and vote, you'll never have to vote again because everything's going to get fixed. And then the media twisted it, of course, to make it sound like he was saying no one would have to vote again because they were going to fix it. They were going to rig it or whatever. That's the way the media was showing it. And but the thing is, the way he worded it made it easier for the media to kind of twist it. And I was sitting there thinking, why did he even phrase it like that anyway? Like, why did he say like a good percentage of the people who are for him and going to vote for him are Christians anyway? When you sit, in my opinion, you sit there and say Christians don't vote, you're kind of, I don't know, you're kind of annoying. You're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Alienating. You're kind of alienating a good percentage of your voters, in my opinion, because they're like, we are Christians. We mean Christians don't vote. But besides that, it's like he didn't really even have to say anything.
I I saw a weird thing. A voting block of people that are voting that have never voted before.
Really?
Um, yeah. So you know how like YouTube sometimes just recommends you some random stuff that you never would have like. You're like,
Join.
what is this? And I don't know about you guys. My YouTube, this could be like the iPad app. I keep turning off autoplay and it keeps turning it back on, like on its own. So a video ended and I was doing something. The next video started to play and it was this video.
Hmm.
And it was by, I cannot remember for the life of me. I want to say it was like Eli Yoder. Yeah, so he's Amish, and
Hmm.
he's talking about how the Amish community, you'd be
Oh,
surprised how many um, are like follow the news. Like, yes, we don't own TVs, but we will do work in the community and see TV at those people's houses.
oh.
And so and we do still read newspapers and things like that. So they're following that. They said, you know, basically, there's the old order and the new order, and the new order, which is like 270,000 people. A lot of them are registering to vote for the first time ever because of what happened and because they're afraid that their right to practice their religion is at stake.
I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Kamala's going to pick, what's his name for PA?
Yes. You want to know why?
Oh, I know why.
No, you don't. Well, maybe you do. Because PA, Philadelphia screwed up and released a commercial before they were supposed to.
Oh, no, that's not.
It's a
No,
done
I
deal.
totally was not thinking in that direction.
Yeah, it's a done deal. Like the commercial says that he's the pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I did not know
they
that,
screwed up.
obviously, or I wouldn't have asked.
I could probably dig up the commercial if you want to see it. It was on
Sure.
Benny Johnson.
But also, I mean, they would, she would have taken Philly anyway. I mean, PA
Well,
anyway.
I mean, you got to understand that every single person I talk to would not be voting for her. But somehow, no matter who
Wasn't
we vote
PA
for,
Democratic though?
huh?
Isn't PA Democratic?
No, Pennsylvania is like most states where it's all red. It's a sea of red in between
Oh,
a blue dot and a blue dot.
really?
Well, Harrisburg, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and like maybe Allentown, like any a big town or city in Pennsylvania is blue, but everywhere in between is red. It's just that most people live in cities. I mean, any state is like that. If you look at it by county, you can see it. Red, red, all red. Red for hundreds of miles, and then blue, blue.
He might actually win that one.
Like I said, here's the thing. Everyone I know is not voting blue.
I got you.
Everyone I know did not vote blue in 2020. Yet somehow it's
Yeah.
always blue. I just don't understand. Don't understand. And I'm talking about like going by voting district. Because, when you look at elections locally, they go by the district. And my district always seems to be blue, even though everyone around me in hushed voices say they're not. Like Larry Krasner. Everyone hates Larry Krasner. And he keeps winning. It's amazing. I don't know what to say. Again, I've said this before. I even broke AI, Chat GPT, refused to respond. Like after a few attempts at trying to get it to explain itself, because it told me that it was impossible for a city to vote for one party for 75 years straight. Now, mind you,
Oh,
it's like 109 years in San Francisco. It's like 90 years in I forget the cities, but the different cities. I think it might be Chicago that's like 90 years or something like that. These cities have remained one color for nearly a century, a half a century, or a century or more. And astronomically impossible. It's impossible, but yet here we are. So I don't understand. I
Well,
do understand, but I can't say it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I know. Well, hopefully he hasn't made the wrong choice for VP. I was kind of nervous about him picking Vance.
Don't even get me started.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah, don't get me started on that one.
I figured. Well, here's the thing, though.
I don't wait. I don't have anything against him except for one thing.
Oh, I know. I know what that thing is too.
Yep. Mhm.
That's the thing we don't want to get you started on.
Mhm.
But no, I honestly thought that he would beat them at their own game and pick like a woman. At least pick a woman. I mean, of course, I would want her to be qualified, unlike Kamala Harris. But
Do you know what I think?
hmm,
I think we should go back to the olden days and vote for vice president too. Like let the presidential candidate pick like 3 people and then let us vote.
ooh,
I think that's what we should do. Because really, like they're talking about how Kamala's been coronated and she wasn't voted for. Well, neither were the VPs. And if something happens to the president, they become president. So I think we should vote for them.
that's a good point. Yeah, isn't that crazy though? It's crazy. You look at footage. Like I've been watching some videos here and there. It's like when her and Creepy Joe were debating. It's so crazy, all the horrible stuff that they said to each other, and then he chose her as his running mate. That's so crazy.
Yep. Oh, I just want to let you know.
Huh?
Another thing I want to point out is YouTube is definitely participating in
Censoring?
persuasion.
Oh,
Persuasion. I'm going to say the word persuasion.
I see.
I literally see, for every Trump ad I see 10 to 20 Kamala. 10 to 20 Kamala on my screen
Oh my gosh.
for every Trump. And that's
You know
all I'm
what?
seeing anymore.
I wish he would put that black lady in one of his ads. You seen that black lady here recently standing up there and giving speeches for him? That's what he needs to do. Put her in his ads.
No, I haven't. Okay, I am recording just the segment for you of the commercial,
Okay.
and then I'll send it to you. The commercial that Philadelphia leaked. So stupid, I can't. Sherelle Parker is our mayor. That no one that I know of voted for her. She is a Marxist. She is the Working Families Party. We are now run by a Marxist mayor.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. I mean, it's actually communism, but people don't like to use that word. But they are.
Yeah.
And I think I told you. I did mention this on the show last night to Jeff because he did not know. But I have to find the citation, okay? But
Uh-huh.
everybody makes fun of Kamala for her unburdened by what has been. But
Oh, yeah.
that statement is Marxism.
Really?
It's part yes. It's unburdened by your past. In other words, delete your past.
Mm.
We will delete our past and move on with a new past, a new history. So
That's just wrong.
It is. It's not. That's why she keeps repeating it.
What is going on here? Why am I not? Okay, he's not joining us. Okay.
Okay, so I am now editing the video clip, and then I will be sending it to you. I'm clipping out. Oh, wait, this is the right one.
Here we go.
You'll have it in a minute.
Here's the thing: is I'm getting the memes ready because I wanted to show those first.
Oh, you don't want to show the since we're talking about it, you don't want to show the ad
Oh
about
yeah,
that's what I'm getting for you is the ad with the
gotcha.
leak. The leak about the pick. It sure
Oh,
sounds to me.
yeah, the leaked ad.
Yeah.
I like how politicians like their ad will leak, or not just politicians, but also like the movie people. Like the movie will leak. Oh, leak pictures of the upcoming such and such, and then it turns out it'll be like an inside person. So it'll be like a person running their campaign that will accidentally leak the information. I like how
I got
that.
it. Do you want me to send it to you or Shifty Sunday?
Shifty Sunday would be better.
Okay,
Probably.
sending it there.
Yeah.
What I'm surprised about is the left has been so anti-Israel, which just blows my mind because
Yeah.
1942. But
The way you said that.
yeah, but Josh Shapiro. So I don't know. It's confusing to me. They are so they don't make they are not logical. It's the lack of logic that blows my mind. That's all. So it's the hypocrisy and lack of logic. It just drives me crazy. Okay, I sent it to you. You should have it now. Go Kart Bob says, "Yep, I blocked 2 ads and they still come up." Persuasion and deception. Yes.
What blows my mind is how people can't see this stuff. Like they can't
can.
see any of it. Like,
No, they can. What happens is, it it's like if they acknowledge it and actually think about it, it will destroy the entire narrative they have, and it's like they put up a wall of protection so that they don't want to hear, like the monkeys where they cover their ears, cover their eyes. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Because it will destroy their entire narrative of belief crumbles. It's even like with the Mandela effect, where they can see that something's not right, but I probably just remembered it wrong, because if that's not right, then everything's not right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a house of cards that will fall apart.
That's kind of why I wanted to try to debunk the Mandela at first when I first got into it. I'm like,
Same.
what is this? What's going on here?
Same.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think a lot of people just don't care. Like a lot of people don't know the issue. If you stop and ask them what the accomplishments were of the president, they'll say that he accomplished a lot, but they won't say exactly what it was that he accomplished.
What really confuses me. Now, well, let me say first what makes sense. It makes sense to me that the rich are all for them, because they don't feel what their policies are doing. Like people who are wealthy, they may notice that. I'm not talking about people who are well off, like the upper class. I'm talking about like the 1 to 5% I'm talking about the millionaires and up. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
really, really rich, like the celebrities and stuff like that.
The
They
elite.
don't feel the policies like we do. Like the middle class and down feels what the policies are doing, with the inflation, with the thing that's driving me insane, and I get Josh Shapiro ads all the time too because I'm in Pennsylvania and I'm in Philly. It's a, they this is the biggest lie that they're trying to sell. That inflation is because corporations are price gouging. No, they're not. They are barely scraping by the skin of their teeth because people don't want to pay the high prices. But they have to pay the high prices and they got to make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the store owner downstairs, um, like Kool-Aid, like the pre-mixed Kool-Aid with the little cap where you just pour it in. You don't have to add sugar, okay? That used to be $4.99. It's now $6.79 downstairs
Dang.
because he pays $6 for it. He's only making a 79-cent profit. But people look at it and say, I'm not paying $7 for Kool-Aid. And then Josh Shapiro saying it's corporate price gouging. No, it's not. It's inflation. Inflation's really sitting close to like 30%. That's why. That's why everything's expensive. But they won't say that because if they say, I'm going to bring inflation down, people are going to say, but yeah, but you're the ones who caused it. Like, you're the ones who've been in office. So if the inflation is this high, it's because of you. And I saw there's a channel called Doc Rich. I don't know if
And,
you're familiar with Doc Rich, but he heard recently somebody say something that's perfect. And I agree with him, it's perfect. He said voting for Kamala is like you pooped your pants and decided to change your shirt. Like,
yeah.
because, yeah, what's changing your shirt gonna do? You still have poop in your pants. Like, it's the same of
Well,
the
I get
same.
why the
If
joke.
you,
I get why the joke was funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say is it's the same thing with like Philly. I don't get it. It's like I hear people all around me complain about the roads, about the crime, about this, about that. But then they will go in that voting booth and vote for the same. If you want things to change, you need to vote different. You need to try something else. Don't vote for the same stuff and expect a different result. That is the definition of insanity.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they do it. They keep doing it. But like I said, things are shifting. But I don't think they're shifted enough to change anything here because I don't believe things are on the up and up here.
What do you mean?
The only way, see, here's the thing. The thing that drives me nuts is that people are willing to go overseas to fight for our country, that they are not willing to move back to the cities to save it. The only way I think we're going to win to take our cities back is for people to move back and they not expect it. A flood of red on election day that they do not expect. That's the only way to flip our cities. A flood of red that they do not expect. Because they are definitely not on the up and up. So the only way to flip the cities back is to beat them at their own game. But people don't want to be uncomfortable for a few months or a year, however long each city's thing is.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be uncomfortable. They will go across seas into an actual war, but they don't want to move back to a city for a short period of time and bring their vote with them. And what drives me crazy is you can only run so far because eventually it's going to come to your door and there will be nowhere to run. Because this stuff spreads. Like 10 years ago, all the counties around Philadelphia were red. and now Bucks County, uh, Montgomery County, they're all blue. It spreads because the kids that grew up in the city move to those counties when they get older and bring their vote over there. And, you know, you're much more likely to vote blue under the age of 30. You know what I'm saying? Not always, I'm just saying. Chances are you're more likely to vote blue under 30. But, yeah, so
I think also, you know, you got a lot of people who vote with their heart and their emotions. They don't vote knowing all the issues. They don't vote like someone who's well informed. You know what I mean? Like, and that was always my biggest argument for the voting age too. It's like I think the voting age we need to raise it.
I think that you should have to be able to, um, I mean,
Well, here's the thing, though, Sandy. Everything else they raised the cigarette smoking age, they raised the drinking age. I think, well, not the
yeah,
drink.
but then they'll say,
It's like,
but the argument will be, oh, they can be sent overseas to fight in a war, but they can't pick the person who's sending them.
well, that's what the argument is for everything else.
I
For
know.
not, it's like, yeah, they could fight in the war, but they can't drink a beer. You know what I mean? Like that. That was that argument too. And yeah, that's the thing. They could fight in the war, but they can't vote. That would be that argument. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That'd be that argument. But yeah, they can't. They can't. They can't drink. They could fight in a war. They can't smoke.
That's true.
You mean? You mean we're gonna let people who are allowed to fight in a war, not smoke or not drink. We don't allow them to drink because we think they can't make good or proper decisions or good, decisions of what's best for them. But yet we're going to allow them to fight in a war. Okay,
I know.
what?
I know. But I honestly do think the only way to take the cities back is to surprise them.
What do you mean?
They're prepared on election day to make sure the Democrat or the Marxist or communist wins. They're prepared. Okay?
I got you.
The only way to flip it is for them to be taken by surprise by how many people vote the other way. But the only way it's going to happen is for people to say, I'm going to have to move. And that instead of, they've been moving away. And that is why I think things have gotten so bad. Because they took over the cities where the most people are. And it tends to influence on the federal level because more people are in the cities. Understand?
I got you. No, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying I think the voting age ought to be 21 if everything else is 21. And they should raise the what do they call it? Draft age to 21 then.
Yes, I agree with that as well. But the reason why it's younger is because younger people are in better shape.
and can be manipulated easier.
That too.
No, but for real though, um,
But yeah, now that I'm older, I mean, I look at an 18-year-old, I see a child, like a child. Like
yes,
I do not think I think 25. 25 is a good year. I think
yeah,
that's a great year. I didn't even think 21's too young. They're children. They're children. Oh my gosh, they're so young. And
there
crazy.
was
When I was 21, I thought I was so old. Like, come on, like they're children. Oh my gosh.
there was something. I think it was Jesse Ventura when he was talking about going off to Vietnam. He's like, we send these people, these children, off to Vietnam because when you're 18, you're supposed, you're an adult. But when I came back from Vietnam, I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that. I couldn't drink a beer with my buddies. He goes, he's making the point that it's like, what does that tell you? And he's like, that tells you they send children to war.
Yeah, they send children. Children that should be protected because they are our future.
Yeah.
They we need them. It's just mind blowing to me that it should not be 18. I don't, like I said, I don't even think it should be 21. And Euler Greg is correct. I mean, 100% with the indoctrination. Like
Hmm.
that, uh, it, it angers me. It really does. Like I'm sick of the lies being taught to our children. I'm just sick of so much. There's so much that I see that I know a lot of people don't see because they're not in cities. Like the ones that are in cities see more than those who don't. And I don't know. I
I
just
just
see like,
think, I just think also getting back to President Trump getting shot, because I say getting shot because it did take a piece of his ear. Um, I just think that like there is something more to it. I think it is more like a Kennedy um, type of thing. And what's
well,
those? There's just too much going on in that, and some of the things that you showed me too. I believe it's last week or a week before. Um,
well,
but
wait.
there's, huh?
There is a Benny Johnson video out that I did not see that says
Really?
the CIA director told the truth.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know. Yeah, like the video, it says director admits it. Secret Service director makes stunning admissions about Trump assassination.
Hmm.
Next. So I don't know what happened there with the CIA director, but
Well, there's
um,
just too much for it to be just a straightforward some guy on the roof shooting people. There's too
mhm,
much going on there.
yeah. But did you
And
get that
the thing
commercial?
is,
Oh,
oh, sorry, but the thing is, real quickly, is that we they made it so obvious. They might have made it a little bit too obvious because we figured this one out that this was a conspiracy way long or way shorter than they figured out the Kennedy assassination was a conspiracy.
that's what blows my mind that they think the same people who you know believe that the Kennedy assassination was not uh, was completely not the way they said it was. At the same time, we'll say what happened to Trump was fake.
Really?
Yeah, the same people are saying that. Like
Oh
They,
yeah.
it's the same. It's like you believe they
That's
did that. You believe they did that to Kennedy, but you don't think that they did that to Trump.
that's crazy.
They did it before, so why
Yeah.
wouldn't they do it again? Like, uh, I don't know. And then when you look at the progression, like like Tucker Carlson said it, but I was thinking it. You were thinking it. All the things they did, there was nothing left to do. Like
Yeah.
when you find out that those documents, that all the charges that he got for the documents were sent to his house on a
Yeah. Did
pallet.
you see that dude going back and forth?
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know this, um, the original charges against Trump when they raided Mar-a-Lago, those documents, like a month earlier, I don't know the exact time, so don't take my word for that one, but shortly before Mar-a-Lago was raided, those documents were sent on a pallet from Washington. They like Trump didn't request them; they were sent. So they raided Mar-a-Lago for documents that they sent to him. And from there, a woman who painted trees blue in her yard, named her dogs things I can't say on air. Do you know what she named her dog?
I heard some weird voices. What's up?
I said, do you know? I said, so the documents started the domino effect. The documents started it. The documents they sent from DC.
Oh really?
You didn't hear
What do you
any of
mean?
that? Okay. So Mar-a-Lago was raided because of documents that were
Right.
sent to Trump that he didn't even ask for. So he got a pallet of documents that he didn't ask for,
Hmm.
and then Mar-a-Lago was raided for those documents. Okay?
So they were basically planted.
They were plant. It was a plant. Yeah, they planted them. They were also told by all means necessary, which meant they could have gone in and just done anything. But that started the domino effect, where the woman from Bergmore, what's the name of that store? Bergman. What's the name of the department store that I'd never heard of because it's only in New York?
Uh,
Dorf, something Dorf.
I can't remember.
I can't remember the name of it, but the department store. The woman, uh, E. Jean Carroll. She named her dogs female genitalia. That's what she named her dog. Um,
Huh?
she,
Really?
yeah, her dog's name begins with a V.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
That's crazy.
yeah,
What?
no, everything's crazy. There's an interview at her home. She painted the bottom of trees blue. She says all these wackadoo things, and people believe her story as she's hitting on Anderson Cooper live on air and calling the R word the S word. I
What?
mean, she's and they prosecuted him. They wouldn't let him show any. Like people have come out
Uh,
and said, like anybody who knows that department store knows there are cameras everywhere. No
that's
one gets into a
disgusting.
dressing room without a like just her story that there was no one makes no sense because there's salespeople everywhere because they work on commission. They will come into your dressing room while
Yeah.
you're in there, asking if you need anything, if you need help. Like the story is impossible to have happened unless the store was closed and they were both breaking and entering. Like and somehow he lost that case. Like really? Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
then it moved on to um, the other cases, and everything. Political prisoner, it's not right, and when that didn't work, the only thing left. That
Yeah.
was the only thing left. And then the attempt had.
Yeah.
Like there's a progression of things. They started with the demonization, which started all the way back in 2015.
Well, but didn't it all start with impeachment? They tried to impeach him.
No, it started with the demonization, the lies, the half truths.
Well, I mean, yeah, that you're
That's
right.
but that's the first step. Demonize a person, make them worse than 1942.
Yeah, because somebody said something here recently. I think it might have been a TikTok video or something. It's like, why are you doing that to him? You're humanizing him. They didn't want them to humanize Trump.
Exactly. But before we get too off topic, you were talking about the VP pick for Kamala, and I did
What?
send you the commercial
What was
that got
it?
leaked.
Oh, the VP pick. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that was like an hour ago.
Wait a second. Wait. Is that the Benny Johnson video?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I said that right, didn't I? Benny Johnson?
Yep.
Okay, good.
He shared the commercial.
I'm trying to.
I know.
I just present.
I just left it in there so that he could, it's his video. He should get credit for it.
Oh, of course.
So I didn't pop it. I just.
Amazon line, did you fall asleep? Oh my God, I think she fell asleep.
Oh no.
No, sir, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Don't scare me like that. Because after this, we're going to have the memes right after this. And I see one that you just said. It's cracking me up.
Can you tell I got bored while you were talking politics?
Wait, what's going on here?
My guru says she's just ignoring you.
Okay.
I hit a wrong button.
Credit Benny Johnson.
Yeah, there are times when the mute button won't unmute. I don't understand why that happens.
Why isn't my screen not coming down?
It's a glitch in the matrix, man.
A glitch in the
Yeah,
screen
sure.
yard.
There we go. Okay. I think. No, it didn't go in the studio.
Nope, it's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
You're on screen.
Cool. There we go. All right, let me know.
Just hit play.
Well, let me get it full screen here. There we go. Okay.
We're ready to roll, y'all.
Got work to do, yeah.
I'm Mayor Sherelle Parker, here with leaders from across our region. Kamala Harris is on the road to victory.
And the road goes through Pennsylvania.
And in Pennsylvania, we're united behind her. The woman that's tough and can lead.
Are we ready to fight for it?
She is the right person at the right time for this job. It's going to do right by labor. It's going to do right by working people.
And I can't think of a better partner than our Governor Josh
Right there.
Policies that not only support the working class, it's like 10 people there. Progressive leadership.
Who was that?
That was our mayor that I don't know anyone who voted for.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently,
support the working class.
okay.
It's like 10 people there. Progressive leadership that benefits all citizens.
Build up your building trade.
IBW for Kamala Harris.
Why does he
Montgomery
look so
County.
young?
Huh?
He looks like he's maybe in his 20s.
No, that's not him. It's the
Oh,
short
okay.
guy. It's the short one.
Okay, never mind.
IBW for
I was
Kamala
like, why is
Harris.
he so
Montgomery
young?
County. Bucks. Delco.
Chester.
Northeast, South Philly, North Philly.
We're getting behind Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala
Yeah.
Harris. Kamala Harris for president. And Josh Shapiro.
Josh Shapiro.
Josh Shapiro.
Josh
Whites for
Shapiro.
Kamala.
For vice president, right? Like,
Kamala Harris now, you stand with her. Together, we can do this.
So-
Here, one city.
One region.
You do.
Okay.
so that is the commercial that was leaked. And they
Wow.
say we're standing behind Kamala Harris for president and Josh Shapiro for vice president.
Okay, sorry folks, my screen's frozen right now. I couldn't get back to normal. There we
So
go.
this video
Go!
was from. What's wrong?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that video, like that Benny Johnson video is like 2 or 3 days old now.
Really?
Yeah.
So I wonder how come. Oh well, you know what? I think we should go to a commercial break.
Okay. Listen,
Okay.
I wanted to tell you something before the show, but
Hmm.
so, basically, there's been some issues. I can't get cigarettes until the owner gets here, and he's gonna get here. He might get here during the show, so I may have to go on a break. I'll let you know if I have to step away, but
Oh.
I'll have to go downstairs during the show. That's all. But
I
yeah,
thought you were gonna
commercial.
say.
Hmm?
I thought you were gonna say you quit.
No.
I know. No, sir, you made it like real serious, like.
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, because I may need a second commercial break, or you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah,
That's all. I'm saying.
I got it now, but I was like, what is she gonna do?
I got you. I got
It's getting
Yeah.
serious now, boy.
you. Commercial break is fine by me. How's Amazon Lion holding up, though?
Amazon, are you okay, dude?
Oh, hanging in there.
Well, we'll come right back after this thing that I'm gonna play, and then
Alrighty.
we'll do the memes.
Alrighty. See you in about 10.
You better believe it. All right, everybody, you hear that? This is Hebrew 77, Long Amazon Lion, and good old Sandy Diva saying we'll be right back. You guys stick around. My computer's being a, you know what?
Oh, yes. Noise Guru just gave. You definitely need that. You need the clip where they sing after these messages. We'll be right back.
I've got that. That's on here, or it was. I think it's on there.
That's
There's
all.
a whole bunch of it.
That's all.
I wrote though, so that might not be good. Yeah, it's loading slowly, guys. I assume everybody out there likes Star Trek Next Generation, or most people do anyway. I made a stop motion Star Trek Next Generation movie, but I'm doing it as kind of a spoof, I guess you would say. I'm doing it. I'm not doing it seriously. Kind of serious, but not real too serious, like I've done previous. So I'm going to put one of those on. And yeah. Where is it? Okay. Who we got here anyway? We got Go-Kart Bob. I can't see the screen. Michael Fontaine, I know I saw him. And I remember I'm doing this from memory because I can't see the screen right now. Let's see if I can remember. Oh, did I talked to Filefire the other day. It was pretty cool. She left a message on one of the videos. Wow, that sounded weird. Huh. Anyway, so as I said a while ago, you guys sit back, relax, grab yourself some snacks, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Captain's Log Supplemental. Star date 598888. Today we are on a voyage to drop off a few things onto the planet Neuron. Wesley, watch out what you're doing over there. You almost turned into that Quasnonaut. Sorry, sir. I was concentrating on the Wazzle Doodle. Well, young man, from now on, you capiche on the Quasnonaut. Yes, indeed, Wesley. You never know the dangers out here. You could do a wrong left turn or something and then crash right into the Quasnonaut. Listen to number one. Sir, there is a large ship cloaking off the port bow. Engage it, Mr. Worf. Send out hailing frequencies. Aye, aye, sir. I am hailing them now. I am hailing them now. Captain, it appears to be audio only. Put it on, Mr. Worf. Aye, aye, sir.
Captain Picard. What are you doing in this concept of the galaxy? We are here on a peaceful mission to Alderaan. And we are on our side of the neutral zone. What are you doing?
Are you implying that I'm on the wrong side of the neutral zone? We would not do that. We are Starfleet. You know as well as I do what would happen if Starfleet crossed your side of the neutral zone.
Then why are you doing it? You're doing it right now, Captain.
My instruments indicate we are not across the neutral zone, sir. I suspected as much. Can you tell me why we are having this stare down right now? So what are you going to say about that?
Oh, please, Captain. We're not even having a stare down. I am not going to allow my ship to become discovered or show you what I look like. You will have to do it on your own, Captain. And if you do not leave this side of the neutral zone, we will destroy your ship.
I believe what he's saying to be true, Captain. Well, what are we gonna do now, Captain? Shields up! Maximum strength! Aye, aye, sir. And, go to red alert. Aye, aye, sir. Oh, dang it. Again? Dang it. Hey.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise and its continued mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek a new life, new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Can we get them on screen yet, Mr. Wolf? I am trying, sir. They are uncloaking. Sir, they appear to be loading their torpedo banks. All right. You load your torpedo banks, Mr. Wolf. Aye, aye, sir. Captain, this ain't right. We gotta think of something we could do to destroy these no-good-for-nothing Romulans. Ease off there, number one. We'll think of something. Try hailing them again, Mr. Worf. Aye, aye, Captain. It is of no use. There is no answer. Very well, then. Fire a torpedo off the plug valve, Mr. Worf. Captain? Make it a warning shot. Aye, aye, sir. It seems to have worked. We are being held. On screen, Mr. Worf. I am sorry, sir. It is audio only. Damn it. What is it with them and their stupid audio? Very well then. Well, are you guys ready to give up? Are you thirsty for more?
Captain McCoy, you fool. We done told you we're on a peaceful mission on one. How dare you fire at us?
You fired at us first. I am merely defending myself. Wait a minute, Captain. We are getting something on screen. Put it on, Mr. Worf. Aye, aye, sir.
He's ready. You'll want this before you go full blown. None of you.
Remember that one time? Wait. No. I gotta read these comments.
I'll be right back. There's a little argument between people in the living room. I need to close the door.
No problem. Oiler Greg says, Noise Guru says, I was just talking about TNG. Heck yeah, man. They had some sweet episodes in the first, I'm going to say 5 seasons, but I think honestly, by season 6, it was getting kind of heavy. And then by season 7, they really just kind of, I don't know, wasn't as good after that. For example, there was that one episode where they all turned into primal versions of themselves. That was kind of stupid. Um, the one where they turned into little children, I didn't like that. That was kind of stupid. And since it's hard for me to separate the actor from the character, any episode involving Dynam now, I kind of just, I don't really enjoy watching as much as I used to. And I know you're supposed to separate character from actor, but like all I see is that you know what from The View, and I don't like it. I just can't enjoy it anymore. It's like watching the Cosby Show nowadays. You know, it's hard to do. It's like, or watching that 70s show. You know, I don't know. Anyway, something just popped up on my computer screen. That was weird. And I don't have things back to normal. Haha. Hold on. That's not right. Amazon Line, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I like the way you. Do you think this audience is ready for those memes?
Well, what do you mean? Is the audience ready for those memes?
I mean, let's show some memes, man.
Well, let's roll that beautiful meme footage already.
Let's do that.
I'm back, sorry.
Well, hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Are you ready for some memes?
Sure, let's get to the memes. Amazon Lion?
Yes.
Now do it like that one guy from I Love Lucy.
I don't even know. I don't even remember how that goes.
It's like, yes. What was that guy? I used to just call him the yes guy. Anybody know who I'm talking about?
Well, Greg wants some popcorn that he was promised. Now you're going to have to mail him some popcorn.
Sure, it'll be the Hebrews Special Blend. popcorn.
Are you an adult? Me. Yeah, but not like on purpose or anything. Look, at the Cow Olympics.
Man, I didn't know that's how he did it.
Yeah, that's how he jumped over the moon.
Yeah.
Careful, he's got quite the punch.
Wah, 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 wah.
Right? I don't mean to brag. The cashiers are always checking me out.
Why ain't that the truth? Okay.
Oh, I assure you, one day, one way or the other, one day you will be cured.
Pig's not too happy about it.
He's like, what?
Yeah.
I wonder how long you could drive in a roundabout before a cop would be like, hey, you can't do that anymore.
I don't know, man, but I'll tell you what. I sure do hate roundabouts. But why they have to bring them over here? We were doing just fine before we stopped. Now I gotta figure out when to go. No, thank you.
This one reminded me of you after you go into the comments section. Me, going for my journey in the comments section.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing I've learned over the years, and certainly the proverb is true today as it was 40 years ago. You can't win an argument with an idiot. So, why bother trying? Most of the time I find out that even if you have a legit, logical, sensible, rational argument, and then you ask them something, and they say they just hate someone or they hate something, and then you ask them why they hate that, they can't tell you why. They just know they hate it.
Or they'll say something that isn't true that they heard. They hate it because of this, but it's not true at all.
Right. And no matter, it's like the change my mind thing, you're not going to change their mind. So eventually.
No, that's actually not what it's about. It's hearing the other side. Because normally people won't talk, but it's just like a screaming match. But it's basically, he's saying, changed my mind with what you think, and it gives us insight into what the other side is thinking. That's more what I think it's about. And then he can try to dispel what they believe, but it's more about just getting a conversation started more than anything else. Because, yeah, I don't think anybody's mind is getting changed in a few seconds, but I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen a couple times. But you have to have somebody who's actually open-minded.
I've stumped people before, like I've got them to quit talking, but I've never actually. I did have one time, though, somebody actually looked something up. And surprise, surprise, they found like an entire video. Once they watched the entire video and not just a clip that media put out, they came back to me a day or so, 2 or 3 days later, and was like, you know what? You were right. So, yeah, I mean, there is a few open-minded people out there, but not many. Like, you might find 1 or 2 out of 1,000.
Yep, but 1 or 2 out of 1,000 adds up.
Yeah.
You know, if you put women's hair on Mike Myers, you get Mariah Carey.
Oh, God. You ever see that guy? I forget what his name is, but he had so much plastic surgery done to his face. He actually looks like a cartoon character.
I don't know, but that's actually really creepy. It really does look like Mariah Carey.
Right? Give me all your sausages and nobody gets hurt.
Oh, man. I wonder how long they were able to keep that on his head.
I don't know. Depends on how long it took him to roll over.
I guarantee he's not liking that bag.
You can tell by his eyes.
Yeah.
They say she never leaves the house.
I know some people that still have home phones. Actually, some people. My grandparents still have house phones.
I miss wired house phone connections. They were so clear, so nice. A friend of mine has like a telephone from like the cable company.
Mhm.
It sounds horrible. Like talking through a tin can. Like it's horrible.
Wow.
It's horrible. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I have
need
a
to fix
home phone, but it's not one with a cord. It's a cordless.
No, I went like, it doesn't have to be rotary, but the old-fashioned phones with the buttons for the video. I want an old-fashioned phone. They were so nice. I love them. I miss them.
You know, I remember when cordless phones actually first became a thing, and I remember my mom had one. No one else in the family had one. My grandparents.
With the silver antenna that went up and down.
Yep.
Yeah. Looked exactly like the one on the wall, but had a silver antenna.
Yep. That's right. Yes, and then of course, everybody remembers like the first cell phones. They were just like the.
Sorry, I was reading a comment that Noise Guru made.
What's that?
He said, I remember smoke signals.
My
Philo
first cell
Fire
phone was
just popped in.
Who?
Philo Fire.
Oh, I was just talking about her earlier.
Oh, hey, Philo. Yeah, I didn't see Philo pop in. My cell phone was not a Nokia, though. My first one. It was a Qualcomm something. I don't know. Then we switched to the Nokias. And then, you know, the Razors. The Razors.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there was a lot more cell phones out there, like the Sidekick, the BlackBerry, all sorts of different.
I just remember the ones that looked like the tricorders from Star Trek. Big bulky ones. My grandpa had one. And
Oh, you mean the really expensive ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had a car phone at that point. I had a beeper and a car phone. Because my mom wanted to know where I was at all times when I was driving.
Yeah.
Like the kind that sat in a bag. And the buttons were on the back so you could dial without picking the phone up.
I remember one of my friends getting a pager, and it was like one of the most awesome things. It's like,
Yeah, we all had pagers.
yeah.
We all had like different,
Well,
change the color case on it and everything like that.
I never had one.
You never had one?
No.
We all had them. All my
Never
friends.
had one.
Like 1990.
If I
I
didn't
was
have,
6, 7.
if I didn't have a quarter and didn't find a payphone somewhere, I was screwed.
Well, you can't call somebody on a pager.
Well, no, but you could be paged, is what I'm saying. Like, I would have to check in when I was out somewhere with friends. Like, I would have to check in every once in a while. So I would call and check in.
Yeah, we still had to use payphones back then.
Right.
I never
Yeah.
had a beeper.
Yeah, our age difference is probably beepers only. It was like a short, like 5 years, and then cell phones became so prolific that the beepers faded out, except for like doctors, you know, people that needed to be on call. But for like 5 years, beepers were everywhere, and then it was just cell phones. It may have even been less than that. It may have been like 2 or 3 years because, like I said, my first cell phone I know was 97 because I have a memory of it with Princess Cyanidine. And then the beeper was before that, like 96. So maybe like 94 to 96, maybe like 2-3 years. Beepers were like, there was a kiosk in every mall or two, and beepers were everywhere. And then they just faded out because people were, why do I need to get paged when I can carry the phone with me? You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Man,
92 to 96 for North Bureau. I knew it was just a short time.
management. Who put burn the place down in the suggestion box?
Look at him. He's guilty as hell. Silly frog.
It wasn't me.
He's even got the red marks on his face. I gotta have one of those.
Oh, Jeff's in the
I
chat.
figured you would.
Guys, Jeff's in the chat. He can't join tonight.
Do what?
Jeff is in the chat. He cannot join tonight.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope things get better, Jeff.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say. I bet he wishes he had one of those ducks too.
Yeah, he says, I want those. Locking her up so she doesn't go out and buy any more plants.
Yeah, right. You would just bust out.
I would too. I'd find a way, and then I'd put the plants in the cage. I'd be like, look, more space for plants.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, it's Pickle's cage.
Oh my God. Welcome to my nightmares. That's a pretty good drawing.
I know, it's so funny looking.
Oh my gosh.
Any man who can do this should be allowed to.
Okay, now wait a minute. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. What if someone gets on you?
Well, what if someone doesn't? That's the thing. It's got to be a straight stream.
What?
You know,
God,
like
man.
right over your head, right into the bowl.
That would be a talent now.
Right? So I say any man who can do this should be allowed to.
Right?
Now, the next one you'll see that this is called grow a boyfriend. So you put the little boyfriend in the water.
Wait. Why is he in the back of the toilet tank? That's my question.
I don't know. That might be a sink.
Or is
a tub.
Is that
Might
a
be a
bathtub? Why is the water blue? That's a bathtub?
I just have a lot of questions with this. I have no idea what we're
That's
looking
what
at.
it says. I think I got the pictures backwards, but if you go to the next one, you'll see me opening up the package.
Uh-huh.
See there? And then the next one, you'll see the front of the package and what it's called.
Oh, it's
Boyfriend.
backwards.
Yeah, I accidentally put it backwards. But if you
Okay.
look next, you'll see what I got.
Oh, come on. Where did you even get this picture? You get out of here. You're fired.
No, that was good.
Yeah, I'm taking that off the screen. I'm done.
What did the nut say when it was chasing the other nut? I'm on cashew.
Oh boy. I actually like cashews. Cashews are good. I'll tell you what else is good is those little tiny I guess it's walnuts and pistachios.
I like pistachios. I like cashews. I hate walnuts.
You don't do walnuts?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at this next one, you'll see a speed limit sign of 30, and at the bottom it says high score, 94.
Okay.
Think you could beat that?
Not on that street.
Right?
That looks like a residential zone.
Right? That's crazy. Somebody was going 94. Yeah, this next one is definitely me. Sorry I'm late, boss. I was listening to the wind and the trees and the birds.
Yeah.
That's what I do every morning. I feed the birds and the animals, the squirrels, and I even, water my plants, and I just sit out there until the very last second till I gotta really go to work.
Yeah, those little guys come out there like Snow White.
Yeah, I think I'm beginning to think I'm the pigeon lady off Home Alone. This place is getting old. I'm gonna head out. I hear the ears are nice. No, the back's where it's at. Nose party. The great midlife head hair migration.
Oh man. It does seem like it. Ah!
When you're ready to nap at any given moment.
I need one of those.
I know it. Well, so do I, just to wear in the car when we're on a drive.
Yeah.
First we get a plant, then we get another plant. And then we say no more plant, then we find another plant. So we get 2 more plants. That's me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I say, I'm just going to go in here and buy this one plant, and I think I'll walk out with 5 or 10 plants.
You're not the cat lady, you're the plant lady.
How I feel.
Noise Guru, don't. That's like me sending you a pallet of celery. Walnuts are as bad as celery for me. Sorry, go on.
Oh boy.
He said he's going to send me a pallet of walnuts.
Well, you guys were talking politics, and my means to tell you how I feel.
That's awesome.
Her
real face is scary enough, though.
Right. I thought this was funny.
You know what, though? This means 2 things. Because, yeah, he is a puppet. But also, well, I don't want to go too deep into that, but also, every time I see him, he does remind me of that old man, that Walter guy.
Yes.
He reminds me of him anyway, so this is perfect. Oh boy.
Just saying. Road to the White House.
Oh boy.
Oh, that is not good.
Me, anytime the total is 15. 15 bucks, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
It's one of my favorite scenes in that movie.
Is it? I did
That's
not know
another
that.
thing. I used to love Kevin Smith. I used to love Kevin Smith movies, but not anymore. Not since he's done some of the stupid crap he's done. I can still watch the movies and enjoy them, but that's another one of those things where it's hard to separate. I guess in his case, he's a director, but the film you like from the person who made it or the character from the actor. You know what I mean? Hey, there's Bear.
Yes, this is just different stray cats that like to come up wherever we are. And this one popped up where Hebrew lives. This is one we've named Bear. And I keep trying to tell him that is a dwarf kitty. It has short little legs. Not like the average cat.
I don't think it's a dwarf cat, though. It just looks like just a regular sized cat, but a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's what they usually are. Like regular
Special
cats.
breed.
This is Jack from One-Eyed Jack, Jack Sparrow. He looks like he's either blind in one eye or one of them's got a different color. So the other day last weekend I took a picture and I told him to smile and I took another picture.
Another one?
Yeah.
He smiled.
He did. He smiled. I said, smile.
Well, that's pretty good.
Heck yeah, it is. He's a smart kitty. And these next ones are just different animals that I have seen in the past few weeks.
That's kind of like your creepy critter thing there.
Just out in my yard and on my plants.
This is a mandala, I have to tell you. That's a dragonfly.
Yeah.
And they bite now, and they did not bite in my past, and they bite hard.
Really?
So be careful around them. They bite.
Now this guy, this was a creepy guy. He was on my maters. I was like, get off my maters. You're not laying eggs on my maters. Get off.
Yeah. And there's a
And
frog.
there's a tree frog on my shed. This is Bob getting himself into havoc again, trouble again on the bird feeder.
I have to, after you tell us about the next one, I have to address a comment in chat.
And then I got like
Okay.
two little lizards that stay. They don't go anywhere. They literally stay in this pot, and they have for the past 2 weeks. And I just keep putting water in it to keep them cool. You know, it's like mud. And there's all kinds of bugs and wormies and all kinds of critters in there. And they're always watered and fed, so they're not going anywhere. They got shade and everything. They've been in there. They're not leaving.
I don't know if this is a Mandela effect, but Noise Guru says they wouldn't bite if you would let them be. But the thing is, there are dragonflies in Philadelphia that are fascinated with humans and cars, and they will follow you and chase you. So they need to let me be, okay? will chase you down. I always see a dragonfly early in the morning going car to car to car to car to car because they're like parked diagonally. That's the way the parking is on the street.
Good thing they don't become gigantic.
Huh?
I said, good thing they don't become gigantic like that movie.
They're like 4 or 5 inches long though. They're pretty big.
Bad enough, yeah.
Bad enough, right. And if they find somebody in the car, they will stay looking, like they look at them through the windows. And when they come out, they will follow them.
Wow.
That's not normal behavior.
No.
It's not. They're acting weird. Oh, and then did you guys see the dragonflies like the locusts from the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that with the dragonflies on the beach?
No.
Well, the next one I think is a dragonfly too, but I'm not sure what type. And it's part of its design on its wings even mentioned my sidewalk. And I couldn't figure out what it was. Just looked like a different type of firefly.
What are you talking about? The dragonfly?
Or dragonfly.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before. I'm trying. I think I have a clip of it. I'm looking. Give me 1 second. If so, you can show it after the memes.
This guy looks like a zebra dragonfly.
It was pretty cool looking. I was like, wow, his design matches the sidewalk.
Maybe it's a camo. Like maybe it can camouflage itself.
Oh Lord.
And then with the environment.
I am sending it to Shifty Sunday.
All right, cool. We will share that right after the memes.
Sounds good.
And then the next one, it wasn't very good. It was the best I could do, but I got a shot of a really long, full-size rainbow.
It's a nice rainbow.
I got a piece of it through the trees in the next picture.
Yeah.
And then in the next picture, these two birds caught me by surprise.
Very funny.
I thought I'd get a kick out of that.
Oh boy.
Amazon Lion, Tyler has a question for you in the chat.
Not yet. Well, somebody remembered my B-Day. I was hoping people would forget.
Well, you do have the lion in your name.
Oh, that's hers. So scroll past that.
Okay, so this is something I sent. I just thought it was funny.
Oh, you're okay.
So, new study confirms that forever chemicals in drinking water is making everyone fat. Water is causing obesity.
And I don't even drink no, I can't say that. I do drink ice when I run out of cold soda.
That's not the point. The point is, they're trying to tell us that water,
it makes you fat.
Yes, it's causing
obesity. Probably the chemicals that they put in it. I wouldn't say it's the water per se.
Yes, exactly. I thought that was just hilarious.
That's crazy, though.
The stupid things they tell us. Hi, Jency. No, Jency. Look what Jency did just for you. Just for you, Hebrew. Look in the chat.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I gotta leave the room here.
You need to show them too, so. Oh, you can't see the chat. I see.
And don't forget to show those ducks.
It's slow, guys. Sorry about that.
And me, Philo. And me.
Okay, I'm trying to see. Where's the comment?
Oh, you're looking for Jency in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Jency's name?
Yeah.
You see how Jency is in the front, not in the back?
I don't get it.
It's Jency in all caps so that you don't read Jency.
Oh, okay.
And it's now in the front instead of the back.
Well, that's cool. Well, thank you.
Oh, I didn't even see Noise's comment, Philo. Sorry.
When I do the shout out, then the show would be much easier.
Yes. Philo also said happy earlier belated birthday, Amazon Lion.
Thank you.
And Noise Guru said Sandy's is in 11 days. I didn't even see those comments. All right, so the video you have ready to go, they're talking about that's not really Biden.
Oh, yeah, what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I know old people have loose skin, but this is crazy. Look, watch the neck. Just watch the neck. You don't even need sound out, but you just need to watch the neck. He's gonna scratch his neck and look at the neck.
What the?
Yeah, skin doesn't move like that. Last I checked. But you know, that's just me.
That is creepy. I'm sorry, but that's creepy.
It is very much so.
And I mentioned, like, they're pointing out that it doesn't look like him. He's taller. Like, if you see a video, there's a video of him walking next to Jill. He's about 3 feet taller than he was in other videos where he's walking side by side with her.
Yes, but I am skeptical about that. I do believe it's possibly an optical illusion because he is wearing like skinny pants now, which makes his legs look super skinny and long. But Jill could be wearing, like, Jill wears like stiletto 5-inch, 6-inch heels. Like, she wears high heels, so she could be wearing flat shoes for all we know, because they don't show you the feet. And then there's also, like, people have used the clip of Obama walking him off stage. And if you watch the whole clip, Biden is taller at one point, then Obama is taller at another point, because you're looking at the perspective is changing. So I have tried to find evidence, like definitive evidence of this, and I have not found it yet. So I have not made a decision on that yet.
I don't know. There's other things too, like this right here, for an example.
Well, that's just yeah. The thing that gets me is the one where he was walking, adjusting his jacket, walking onto Air Force One. Biden doesn't walk and do anything with his hands. He does not adjust his jacket while he's walking. He is all focused on walking. And it was a brisk walk. And he went up the steps entirely, not fast, don't get me wrong, he wasn't running up the steps, but he moved faster than Biden moves. So that one where he is boarding, the one that was proof of life when he disappeared out of the, you know, when he was gone for a little while, the first video of him back, that's the one I'm talking about, where he's boarding Air Force One. He gets out, he adjusts his jacket while he's walking. That's weird. And he walks briskly. That's weird. And then he goes up the steps too quickly for me. It's very weird. That was a very weird video.
That one that you were talking about, him getting on Air Force One, I saw that on, oh, sorry guys. I saw that on Joe Rogan. where he gets on Air Force One. It's a very brisk walk to the airplane. I saw that. And I don't know. I even left a comment. There was something about it in Facebook, and I left a comment. I said, I'm not saying that there's an actor that replaced Biden, just joking around. And I said, but did you guys ever see the movie Dave? Like, do you remember?
Years ago, I don't remember it though. But I have seen it. I can picture the actor.
Well, you know the premise.
Yes,
right?
I know the premise of it.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. But I wouldn't be one bit surprised if they don't have actors who are backup for the president who actually look exactly like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could hire anyone. You can hire anyone that looks just like. They don't even have to talk.
They don't even have to look like them. The CIA, you can find this online. The CIA makes masks that look so real. They're super thin. They look so real. They have for years for spies, and that is what that looks like to me. Because skin does not move like that.
No.
And don't forget to show my ducks before I leave the show for tonight.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm actually going to show your ducks. And then, okay. I got a question because I got a confession.
Yes?
My confession is, like, I'm seriously about to fall asleep on the air. And then I got a question. What do we have left to show?
A couple video clips.
Okay.
And I did send you the video clip of the dragonflies.
Because I am, sorry guys, but I am getting, like, my eyelids are getting heavy, and I don't know if it's because of the stuff I had to do today or if it's because I got up really early this morning, and I did nap though. That's the weird part, is I did nap, but I'm still feeling like super sleepy right now.
Is it hot there?
It is.
The heat could do that. But
So
drinking
then-
a glass of water can actually help.
I'm drinking tea.
No, water.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean like actually water.
It's
I'm
got water.
drinking water.
What did you say?
I'm drinking water.
And listen to how awake Amazon Lion sounds this week. Like Amazon Lion, you sound like you could hang in for hours right now. And you're drinking
Oh
water.
no, I'm sleepy and I gotta get ready to take my night meds or else my BP goes up and
No, I know that, but what I'm
heart
saying is,
palpitations and all kinds of crazy stuff.
yeah, I know that. I'm just saying, you've been drinking water and you sound more awake than usual.
Yeah, I try to stay hydrated.
She's pointing out the correlation with you drinking water and
Versus something with, sweet and low or something with caffeine or because you can have the part off of it.
She's saying you've made the better choice than I. Okay, now where was I going to do? Oh, yeah, the ducks. The ducks.
The ducks.
I'm showing these ducks because, believe it or not, they have a presidential collection of ducks. And this is him without the hat.
He looks like Rush Limbaugh. He doesn't look like...
I think it's because the hair isn't as floofy.
I could
That's
see me
probably
get
it.
a collection for you.
It's also like
Man, this next one of Biden just cracked me up.
his
It
mouth.
looks
And
hilarious.
hold on a second. Hold on. Why is he doing the symbol? He's doing the celebrity, the Illuminati.
Yeah, well, that's the OK symbol. Remember, that's the white supremacy.
Oh, but what is? Oh, it's an upside down. Okay.
It's when they put it over their eye.
Is that where it is? I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they put it over their eye, it's the Illuminati.
I got you. But still. He's so funny. I gotta get him for my collection. I really do. I gotta get him.
I could see you having that collection. I was like, what the hell is that?
Jeff says duck supremacy.
Oh, now this ain't no good.
That looks like Bush. That doesn't look like. It looks like Bush.
I thought it looked kind of like. Yeah, you're right. Kind of George W.
Yep, W. Bush. Yeah, not Biden. That looks like Bush.
Yeah. All he needs is a banner. Is his victory.
And then the last one just shows a different selection of other ones.
Remember when he did that stupid shit? Like, right when they were dead in the middle of it, he just puts up the banner for no reason. It's his victory.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hated that guy. The shoot thing was pretty funny, though, I got to admit. He did really good at ducking.
This is just a few more. I had to show these because I thought it was just quackers.
Wait a minute, I got a problem. Why doesn't the Abraham Lincoln duck have a beard?
I don't know.
Wait,
I guess I figured a duck with a beard was too weird. I did not mean that to rhyme, but it did.
I know, but that was part of his personality. That's how we knew him. He just looks like the penguin, but
I could so see him getting this collection.
I might.
Is that supposed to be Obama in the front?
Yeah,
They're like, we're just gonna give him a generic duck and make him brown.
I mean, well, they did that, and then they did give Lincoln a beard. So, what do you expect?
I need your help, though. Who's the one in the back? Like, I can see that's Reagan.
We're talking politics. This is what I was doing.
Well, that's Nixon down there. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I can tell Nixon and Reagan. Who's the one in the bottom, the right side at the top?
That's Roosevelt.
Oh, that's Roosevelt.
Uh-huh.
With the weird glasses that we don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. It has to be Lincoln noise. It's got a top hat.
Well, that's all my memes and pictures for tonight, everyone.
Oh, wait, I need to explain what's on the screen. Hold on, Adam's online. He's playing the video. So this happened randomly on a beach. Look at the amount of dragonflies.
Oh, it's dragonflies.
Those are dragonflies on a beach. People were freaking out. They didn't know what was happening.
Do I need the sound?
I would use the sound. There's sound in it. I would put sound in it so you can understand.
Okay, but should we give these guys a shout out?
Yes, it's like his talks. The best new podcast
Wow, okay.
of all time. Good.
What does that mean? Yeah, in Rhode Island, actually. There's dragonflies everywhere.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think?
Oh
They
my
just
god!
don't stop.
This is supposed to be the cicadas.
Wow.
They were saying this is how we expected to see the cicadas this year. Because they were all talking about it's the cicada, the 17-year cicada. And no one's seeing cicadas, but this happens with dragonflies. And this is what I think of when I heard the story of the locusts in the Bible. This is what my brain thought of, and it's happening with dragonflies, which now bite.
Do what now?
Dragonflies did not bite in my past. Now they do.
Yeah.
And now you have all those dragonflies.
Dragonflies running from the cicadas.
Oh no, it's a little bit scary when you think about it.
And those are the size. That's what the dragonflies look like in Philly. They look like that, like little chunky, about 4 or 5 inches long.
Wow.
We don't have the ones with the really long butt. It's like they're chunky.
Yeah.
You know, but
all we hear, oh, the cicadas, 20-year cicadas and 10-year cicadas all lined up. There's going to be cicadas everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen one thing about cicadas, and now dragonflies are eating cicadas' lunch. Okay, there you go. That's all. We're not into cicadas.
it's just so many dragonflies. I just can't.
That's
And
crazy.
they said they came in off the water.
Yeah, that's kind of, well, there's other things too that I think are going in place, but that's for another show. Because I remember at the top of the show, I talked about, Trump getting shot at, and the mere fact that they missed by inches or an inch. Like if he hadn't turned his head, he'd be dead.
Yeah, and no
like,
one even talks about the
mentioned
fact that his second one went right by his head too.
Yeah.
But Amazon Lion, I'm sorry, I had to interrupt you because he started playing the video and I had to explain.
That's okay, but Jeff just sent an awesome looking duck.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Let me get to that for a second. Let me finish my thought real quick. Is that like, I totally believe that was divine intervention that saved Trump. I really believe it. And somewhere down the line, in my opinion, God is using him truly to put his plan into place.
I agree with you because it's not just happening. Something is happening everywhere. Like, are you following what's happening in Venezuela?
Yeah, I saw that.
What did you see?
You mean about the what are those silver things?
No, I'm not talking about that.
The earthquakes?
No, I'm talking about the fact that they just had their elections and someone risked their life who worked in the voting room where they tabulate all the votes. And it clearly shows on all the screens that Maduro lost.
Oh,
like, landslide that the people said 25 years, enough. They are revolting, they are protesting, they are standing up for their freedom. It's beautiful. And then you have Milei over in Brazil, the Brazilian Trump, who won. There's a revolution of truth and freedom happening. And so I completely agree that what is happening is divine intervention across the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's not just because he wants him to be president of the United States.
No, yeah, go on.
That would be kind of a weak reason, you know what I mean? It's like, no, it has to do with all over the world, of course. And like you said, those events that you were talking about, plus the fact I truly believe that President Trump is the one that can connect, you know, the U.S. with Israel and with Russia and with China and Korea, that he can really make a difference. Like he can really create peace between those bridges.
Everyone is watching our elections. including a sub parked off Florida.
Hmm.
So also, something beautiful happened. So the reason why there's protests is because Maduro says he won. And that's, what dictators do. The countries around Venezuela, Costa Rica, Guatemala, all of their government officials are forming a council to force Maduro to show proof that he actually won. And in other words, the other countries are stepping in to help because they know they've seen the pictures, they've seen the stuff. He lost by a landslide, and I think South America is not going to let him get away with it, and I'm praying for them that they do not, that he does not get away with it. I mean, these people, I felt so bad. They knew he won. They knew he won. Their guy, I forget the guy's name. And they were celebrating in the street that night. But there were also videos of people of Maduro's police stopping people from going in to vote that day. But they knew he won, and it was just like partying in the streets. It was a beautiful sight. And then the next morning, they woke up to find that Maduro said he won.
I think I saw something like that on YouTube. I forget whose channel it was, but they were. I almost scrolled past it because I was like, "This is a different language. I can't understand it." And then I had to change the YouTube settings so I could read the subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
And once I did that, and I was like, "Oh, that's what they're saying." So yeah, I think that's what you just said. I think I did see that. And
Yeah,
so
I mean, Canada is also there's a I don't know the guy's name, but there's somebody running against Trudeau that is
that's
trying
funny.
to end. Like I'm telling you, like all of North America, it's like a wave.
That's funny. You should say that because I was thinking today earlier.
And South America. Sorry.
Huh?
I should have said it's all of the Americas, North and South America. But I'm sorry. Go on.
It's funny you should say that because I was thinking just today. I'm like, I would never be one of those people to say, "Well, I'm leaving this country." But I was thinking in my head to myself, I'm like, if Kamala does win, if they cheat, that's the only way she could really win. And also all the lies and stuff that anyway, that's not the point. Point is, I was thinking, man, if she does win, we're all screwed.
And there's nowhere to go.
I was like, I don't really want to go to Mexico because they're kind of a shitty country. No offense to Mexico, not all Mexico, but I mean, basically, I would have no rights over there. And I wouldn't want to go to Canada because it's not that much better.
No, Canada's worse.
Right. It's worse. So it's like, well, where
Here's
else?
The thing, Ebro.
Australia, where they have huge bugs.
Ebro.
Huh.
There's no place better than here. Our Constitution protects us. That's why you have rights. Everybody else will say, oh, Australia has a Constitution. No one has a Constitution like the United States of America. That is why people want to come here.
And that's why I would never leave. I would never leave. Just because
and that's why it blows my mind that people, the people that hate this country, you hate the country, why do you stay here? Please go. If you love socialism, if you love communism, if you love Marxism, why do you think you have a right to change our system here? Go to places under those systems and then report back. Go to Venezuela right now, where they are being told who won the election. Explain to me why people will risk their lives to walk hundreds of miles to come through our borders. Why people will literally make a raft out of trash and risk their life crossing the ocean trying to get to Florida from Cuba to escape. It's because they're under socialism and communism and Marxism. And they are all different.
Then they get here and find out that's exactly what people are trying to do to this country.
Yes. And they a lot of them speak out on it if you listen, if you look for it. They're heartbroken to see America going down the same path.
Yeah. And that's why even, it's like people say, well, why should I vote? My vote doesn't count. I said, well, even if you think that, even if I think that, I know this is probably going to be a terrible analogy, but I still donate blood, even though it may not even get to a person. At least then I know I've at least tried to do my part. So if I go out,
wait. A better analogy would be look at Fetterman. You know the guy in Pennsylvania who
is that the guy that had the stroke?
Yes. He won his local election by one vote. One vote made the difference. He is our senator. Don't know how. I don't know anyone who voted for him, but I did see a car with a Fetterman sticker on it at the time. So I know there's people out there that did vote for him, but the people I know did not.
I don't know why anybody would. Did they not see the condition of that poor guy?
You know we have a president named Biden, right?
Well, yeah, no, I know that. Why did they?
So anyway,
yeah.
If he didn't win that election by one vote, he wouldn't have become mayor and wouldn't have been on the path to now be our senator.
Mm-hmm.
And who did the Republicans pick to run against him? Dr. Oz? Really?
Yeah, that was...
I'm telling you, that's part of the problem, the complacency. Republicans don't want to waste the money. They know they have no chance of winning before it even starts.
Well, I hope to God that we win this election.
No, I pray to God. Because there is no other option. I mean, we're barely making it through these 4 years. I can't even imagine another 4, and she's worse.
It seems like it's been a lot longer. It just seems like it.
That's because hard times feel awful. They take forever. Suffering makes time move slower.
And here's what I'm hoping will happen is if he wins, we get a good 4 years and then everything starts, because it's not all going to change with just 4 years. We're going to need another 4 years. And here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Vance, even though I don't really care for Vance all that much, but I'm hoping that he will continue with Trump's ideas, and then he will run. He'll run for president.
I don't want him to run for president. I would actually prefer Trump's son to run over Vance.
I'm just being realistic. I'm saying that's probably what will more than likely happen, because it's usually the vice president who runs. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you that I wouldn't want him in there, but it would be better than, I don't know.
I don't see him, for me, just for me, my personal reason, which is a very, very, very valid reason, which I don't want to get into. He would be the worst for me. He would directly affect my life in such a negative way that I could not vote for him. And I would have to hope that there were other candidates in a primary to choose from.
Coconut school bus. Isn't that because Kamala said you didn't just fall out of a coconut tree? I don't know. I have to read the whole thing. You guys talking about the magic school bus? Oh, because that reminds me, because Kamala was talking about yellow school buses. She went on for like an hour talking about yellow school buses.
Not to interrupt, but I do need to get off here soon.
Well, we are going to wrap things up here in a minute if you want to wait, or I'm just saying, you know.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap things up. What do you think?
Well, you just said you were going to.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, you know. Okay. So what we got? We got File Fire, Noise Guru, Go Kart Bob, Michael Fontaine, Jeff Zanzibar, Jency. See, I did it. I did it no matter what. I still did it. Oh my gosh. Did I mention we had File Fire?
Yes.
And Noise Guru?
Yes.
Oiler Greg.
What about Oiler Greg? Oh, you said Oiler Greg.
No, you didn't say Oiler Greg, so I said Oiler Greg.
Oh, okay. I did say Oiler Greg, so you said Oiler Greg, and then I said Oiler Greg after you said Oiler Greg.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Checking to see if y'all said Oiler Greg.
Yeah. The honorable, honest Hunter O'Harris. I see what you did there. And let's see. I think that's all the names I see on here chatting. I mentioned Jeff. Yep, that's it. You guys hear my mouse wheel? My mouse wheel's kind of squeaky.
A little bit.
So anyway, thanks everybody for showing up and joining us for this Manic Monday Mayhem night. I'm sorry it wasn't a 100%. Next week I will be. And I didn't realize it, but I told everyone last week that it would be 2 weeks that I was taken off, and it was only 1 week. But I'm glad we did this show tonight anyway, because we need to do a show more than just once every 2 weeks.
Really quickly, did you say Splatter? Splatter is here as well.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, see, I didn't see him until you said something just now.
Philo screaming, Splatter!
And I'm really glad to see Philo Fire again. We were kind of worried about her there for a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yes, we were. Yes, we were. It's very good to see Philo back.
So with that being said, that does it for me for Manic Monday. Sandy Diva, you got some shows coming up?
I may do something Thursday or Friday, but yeah, definitely Sunday.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And Amazon line, I know you're dying to go to bed, so we'll just go ahead and let you say your thing that you always say at the end. And until next time, I'll say good night, everyone.
Well, good night, Hero, and good night, everyone out there. and you're all in my thoughts, and you're all in my prayers. And I love peace and love to each and every one of you. And I hope to see you all next week. Good night.
And I'd like to say good night to Hugh Bro and Amazon Line and everyone in the chat. And I will hopefully see you this week. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Well, that's the end of the show. I would like to thank everybody for kindly watching, stopping by. Please do give us a like if you like this live stream. And we'll see all of you next time. For Hebro77, this has been Jeff Zanzibar, Sandy Diva, and Amazon Line, along with me,
and
little
of course,
Hebro77, saying, we'll see all of you next Sunday. Shifty Sunday, that is. Good night, everyone. Do. I'm a big boy. Tommy, no. What? Why?
Oh. Well, look, he's okay. Tommy, what the...